curtain, never it is going.
Hey, everybody!
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Hello, friends.
Welcome to
Trashterpiece Theater! You missed it.
Trashterpiece. No.
Oh, what
Take
the fuck
two.
did you just do?
You gotta say it.
I was trying
That's
to
our
say
cue.
it. I was hoping you guys.
How'd that work out for you?
I'll do it.
Yeah, everyone's mad at you now. Come on.
This is what happens.
God, you try to be original. You try something new. You're just. It's why we do the same old thing every week.
How dare you.
Welcome to Trashterpiece Theater.
Trashterpiece Theater. How's that for original, bitch?
Wow. Such ire, such contempt.
Justin.
I can't call you that. Brian Cucumber call you bitch all the time.
It's like a thing they can do.
They're
You
saying.
can't call me that.
Chunk, I apologize.
No, you can call Chunk that. You just can't call me that.
You hear that, Chunk? He calls you a bitch.
You know what?
Ryan, why are you so quiet? Why are you like on an island far, far away?
What?
You're super quiet, sir.
That's not my fault.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just bringing it to the attention in an
really
entertaining
quiet to me.
way so that we could fix it and get started, perhaps.
Am I good? I can turn me up.
No!
Nighttime, Sparky. Thank you for the sub.
Hi, everybody.
It's a big box for such a little typey type.
How about now? Do I sound fine?
Much better.
Yeah. Oh, great.
All right. They say I sound good.
It was still a little quiet.
I hear you fine.
Okay.
Well, thank y'all for coming to Perception Studio tonight.
Now you're so loud.
We've got a wonderful show for you here in Trashterpiece Theater. Trashterpiece Theater! There we go.
All right.
Tonight we are doing Alice in Wonderland.
Put you in charge.
I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's got to do it.
We're doing Alice in Wonderland tonight, you as an audience can interact with Alice in Wonderland, the show that we're doing tonight, in a variety of ways. Our incentives. Thank you, Ryan, for bringing those up. You can donate
For $10.
Oh, what?
I know it.
Well, I was going to do
Well,
it.
then do it.
Oh, somebody will sleep on
I've
the
never
couch
done it
tonight.
before. I've never done it before.
But you never listened and like learned what they are?
I can see it right there. $10.
Go ahead. We're waiting.
You can do my laugh. I can do my laugh. Okay.
Are they still fighting?
Again.
For $10, you can give individual accents and impressions to any one of us. For $20, it's a group accent. And at every $100, we sing our lines for 2 pages.
What can they do at $12?
Yeah, it's exactly.
They can give an accent. They can give an individual accent.
And then Brian will blow a kiss.
And then give the $2. If you're giving $12, that means you're in Canada. Because you gotta add on.
Oh, Michi, group, pretend like we're trying to seduce the audience. That's totally an accent. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Yeah, we don't mind
Yeah, sure, we can do
situational
that.
stuff either. That's hilarious.
I'm gonna need
Isn't
some.
that,
totally
isn't
know
that
how
what
to
casting
use
director was
this
trying to do?
But then like a creepy way. She didn't say how to seduce. That's up to us to interpret as actors.
To the one
We're
deep
trying to
V.
seduce the audience.
What the
That's
fuck?
totally an accent.
Well, up your
La, la,
audio,
la, la,
Chambers.
la, la, la.
Crying out
Also,
loud.
stop hitting your table for the love of God.
You need the table!
All good. All good.
Where's that table? I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip that little table right now.
A little table!
What happened at the show? When I left it, it was really good.
Was it?
Were you at the
Long
show
as it's
next
gonna
door?
Trashterpiece Theater.
Lots of
We're
things
just
that
gonna
happen
keep
in a
saying
week.
that.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's forgot to see the boom, the boom.
Okay, who keeps touching their mic?
I keep.
Heads up! Heads up!
Justin, I need to get a tablecloth because you're dropping stuff and moving stuff. Our microphone is right here. It's picking up everything.
It's picking up you yelling.
That as well.
All right. Who's playing what?
So who's
Alright, we
hey
just
Chuck,
start with
what
Chuck.
role are you playing in the show?
Let me
Yeah,
open that
I
up.
like it.
Let's see. I am playing the White Rabbit, and I'm also playing Lori, and I'm also playing the Caterpillar, and then I'm playing the White Rabbit again, and then the Caterpillar again, and
Bless
then
you.
I'm playing
No, the
The
cough
Griffin.
is weird.
what?
No.
What?
What was the last one?
Keep going, great.
Caterpillar.
Chunk, you're doing great.
And then the Griffin.
Okay. Okay.
Griffin. Griffon.
Okay.
Griffon. Griffin.
You fancy.
Boom.
Hey, Griffon.
Is your Griffin
Hey,
keep
Griffon.
Griffon. I'm gonna go with Griffon.
Griffon. That's a French ass name.
Thank you for the sub. So glad you're doing Alice in Wonderland tonight. Us too.
Oh, thanks.
Us too.
And what are you playing, Brian?
Let me see. I'll look it up too. I'm playing the first narrator,
Nice.
and then I'm playing a dodo,
A
and
what?
then I'm also playing
Excuse
a
me?
first narrator, the Mad Hatter, and second juror.
Nice.
And it's gonna be great.
And Cucumber, what are you playing?
Oh, thank you for asking, Chunk. I'm playing Mouse, comma, Squeaky. Frog, Baby, comma, who was a pig. A mouse, again, or the mouse again. Frog, the March Hare, who giggles a lot, and the Mock Turtle, who sings 2 songs, and the Knave.
Nice.
Yes.
Hey, Connie, what are you playing?
Well, I am playing the announcer, as well as Alice's older sister,
Uh-huh.
the duck, a fish, a duchess who is crazy, the Cheshire cat, also the announcer, as well as the duchess and the cat again, as well as the little dormouse and the Queen of Hearts.
Bum bum bum.
What about you, Haley? What are you playing?
Hello. Oh,
Hey,
what's that?
Thank you for that, TKH328. After you're done seducing us, there's also a heckler in the audience. How would you react in a, well, gosh, that's long, in a non-professional manner? Please feel free to also be the heckler if it's not your line.
Nice.
Love it!
Oh,
Yes. The part I was born to play, baby!
Yeah,
so true. So true. Well, hello. I'm Haley, and I'll be playing Alice.
Awesome. Hey, Justin, you want to put that bowl down and let us know who you're playing?
Hey, I am. The bowl's up now. Second, I am playing second narrator, an eaglet. I think that's a baby eagle. A cook,
Dexter, thank you for
Queen of Hearts, and first juror.
Nice. You know what? I apologize. You did a good job without putting the bowl down. I was wrong.
A man of
Thank
many
you, Zach.
talents.
Did you say you're
And
a
Ryan.
rural juror?
Yeah.
Mr. Kaiser, what are you playing?
I am all the sound effects, as much as we have.
Every single one?
The ones that sounded good.
The ones that made the cut.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's all right.
Well,
Chuck did a pretty good job last week with sound effects. So
I did. All
Big-
right, this is the Columbia Workshops, Alice in Wonderland, Part 1. and Part
You're doing
2,
great already.
September 26th, 1937.
37. And we also got
Hell yeah.
accent for Haley from Arsenal Roy 2K, Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh,
That's the most beautiful thing ever.
you get a tie on.
So
I'm being
seduction
big
is
by a
first, right?
rug.
like it's Robin
I'm losing
Williams.
to a rug.
I'm losing to a rug. It's Robin Williams as Rodney Dangerfield.
Give me no respect. Give me no respect.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so
The
Oh,
Is there
sorry.
a music?
There is music starting in. So
Whoa!
now we go.
Whoa, I will wait then.
All right, here we go.
Yes, everyone. Pause for sound effect.
Would you shut up with the spoon?
Oh my god, you're so loud.
Okay, go
The
for it.
Columbia Workshop, under the direction of William N. Robson, presents Alice in Wonderland. The Columbia Workshop tonight essays a new type of experimentation, with this the first of its dramatization of Lewis Carroll's classic adventures, Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland? A fair story of the 19th century? What? I'm trying to seduce. I'm seducing right now.
That's Brian's game, everybody. That's it.
There's different tastes.
That's
A
true.
fantasy for children?
Brian as Corey as Uwu.
Yeah. Man,
I just spilled water in my lap.
Is that what it is, Cucumber? Was the
Yeah.
Brian voice
Yeah.
doing it for you?
That's cold.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Goodness. Alice, a very story peopled with human beings, animals that talk like men. Do they mirror men who act like animals? I do not know. I merely wrote a simple story about a little girl for a little girl. Half the world has for 70.
Go ahead.
For 72 years called it childish nonsense. The other half, nope, not doing it for you, huh? All right, well, fuck me.
Ashley won't.
See, what'd you say?
Nothing.
Keep going. Keep going.
Significant social satire. To me,
Yeah, that.
it has always been simply Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland.
Ooh, thank you, Bureau of Batman. Oh, there it is. Everyone as Corey as Uwu.
There it is.
Holy shit.
Alice, don't fidget
I'm
though.
uncomfortable.
You good? I am very comfortable.
I beg your pardon, sister, but it is so very dull today. Isn't it tea time yet?
Not quite.
I can't watch.
We'll go into tea when I finish the chapter I'm reading. Oh, why don't you go and pick some daisies?
Oh, it is so dreadfully hot to pick daisies. Sister,
Wait, what? Oh, thanks for the sub.
down there in the grass, a white rabbit. Sister, he has a waistcoat on, and look, he's taking a watch out of it.
Oh, Alice, what nonsense.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I shall be late.
Yeah, you will be.
Sister, did you hear that?
Hear what?
Hey! The rabbit! He looks at his watch, and then he spoke. Oh, you speak? Oh, you speak, you rabbit? You want to talk? You want to come up here and try talking? You think you're funny? You think you're funnier than me?
Oh, Alice! Oh, your imagination!
Oh, wait, no, we're hecklers first.
We're hecklers.
Oh, we're hecklers first. All right. Oh, okay.
And that's how you heckle. Then
We're dealing with a heckler. We're dealing with a heckler.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Not that. We're heckling.
Yeah, the rest of us are heckling.
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, Alice! Is that your imagination?
Rebirth!
Ooh!
Ha 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 ha! Very funny, motherfucker!
Alice! Oh, you come back here! Where you going? Oh, where you going?
Wish I was going home.
Oh, I've got to see the rabbit again. No, sister! Oh, dear!
She left!
Just pop into that hole under the hedge. Ain't nobody gonna miss you.
That's what she
Okay?
said.
Okay? Okay. But it's a very large rabbit hole.
Also, what she said.
Okay. Perhaps I could squeeze through. Okay.
Too easy.
Oh, there. I can still see him.
So
He's
can
down
we?
at the
He's
end.
still
That's
on
right.
stage!
I must. Oh, I'm falling.
More like you're failing.
Falling down what seems to be a very deep well.
How deep was it?
Shut up.
As deep as your mom!
I'm just here for the hell of it.
Either the well was very deep, or she fell very slowly.
Not fast enough to get away from you.
Okay. But she had plenty of time to look about her and noticed that the sides of the well were filled with cupboards and bookshelves.
Time that we'll never get back from watching this.
Go with your mother!
What kind of act is this?
An act of desperation.
After such a fall as this, I think nothing of tumbling down the stairs.
I'll tumble for you.
Please do! Do a flip!
I wouldn't say anything about it, even if I fell off the top of the house.
2 flips!
Which is very
I'm gonna follow you. Where you at?
It's very likely true. It's true.
We heard you the first time.
I had to say it again. Y'all
Down.
were talking. Shut up.
Down.
Where your wife
What's your
doesn't go on
ratings?
you. Oh!
Okay. Down. Alice became very drowsy.
Because you drugged her.
She had almost fallen asleep when...
Oh, gracious. I've landed. I ought to be hurt, but I don't seem to be. Now where is the white rabbit?
Probably ran away from you. Oh.
Okay, well, there he goes.
Oh, my ears, my whiskers. How late is it getting?
How
Oh,
late
feels
is
like
it?
3 hours.
Going on forever.
Okay.
He turned the corner of the passage. Oh, I mustn't lose him. These are the jokes, people.
But when Alice turned the corner, the rabbit was no longer to be seen. She found herself in a long, low hall with doors all around it, all locked.
We're trapped.
In the middle, in the middle was a little 3-legged table
Hi,
Definitely
name's
not
Cucumber.
describing you.
of
Where's the
solid
fourth leg?
glass, but nothing on it but a tiny golden key.
That's not the only thing that's tiny.
Okay,
Your penis.
real mature.
You means your dick. Alice tries to key at various doors in the hall, but either the locks are too large or the key is too small.
Heyo.
Too small.
Now she sees a little door about 15 inches high. She tries to throw a little golden key in the lock, and it fits. Alice is opening the door. Now she's kneeling to look through the passage. It
Yeah,
leads
she
to a
is.
lovely garden,
Hey,
but she can't
Brian!
even get her head.
Brian! You suck!
It's passage, idiot.
Here, Kern, thank you for the sub.
Thank you for that.
And
She
scene.
can't even get her head through the doorway.
And scene.
And scene.
Do we want to
Sorry.
ooh first as a group?
Yeah, let's uwu first.
We're oohing? Okay.
As ooh.
And even if my head would go through, ooh, it would be very little use without my shoulders. Oh, ooh, how I wish I could shut up like a telescope. I think if I could, I only knew how to begin, ooh.
Alice is returning to the table now. She's looking for another key. Ooh, or perhaps a book of rules for shutting people up like telescopes. Oh, she doesn't even know where to find either, but there's a little bottle there.
Ooh, certainly wasn't here before.
Around the neck of the bottle is a paper label. Oh, with the words "Drink Me," beautifully printed in large letters.
Ooh, drink me? No. I'll first look around and see whether it's marked poison, ooh.
But the bottle was not marked poison, so Alice ventured to taste it and finding it very nice.
It has, in fact, a sort of a mixed flavored cherry tart, and a custard, and pineapple, and roast turkey, and toffee, and hot buttered toast,
She very soon finished it off.
Heyo.
Oh. These are the sound cues, ladies and gentlemen. These
There they are.
Ooh, what a curious feeling. I must be shutting up like a telescope, ooh.
Heyo.
Yes, she is shrinking. She is only not 10 inches high. She's about the size to go through the door in the lovely garden now. She's a little nervous, though she's afraid she might shrink too far.
Ooh, it might end, you know. I'm going out altogether, like a candle, ooh. I wonder what I should be like then, ooh.
Fortunately, nothing more. Are we done with Uwu?
Wait, I thought we had another page.
I
No,
thought
we
there was
did
one
2
more page.
pages.
Okay then.
Oh no,
It might end,
I'm
you
wrong.
know.
I'm wrong.
No, keep going.
I'm an
Trump's
idiot.
an
How
idiot.
dare
I'm an
you!
idiot. I'm an idiot.
Fortunately, nothing more happened, Uwu. But alas, for poor Alice, she had left the little golden key on the table, and though she could see it quite plainly through the glass, she was now much too small to reach it, Uwu. Soon, her eye fell on a little glass box that was lying under the table. Shut up. She opened it and found it in a small cake, Uwu, on which the words, "Eat me," were beautifully marked in curtains.
No!
You said eat me the way you say creamy. Creamy?
Sonia. Grim Fresh?
I don't like this.
I like it. It's too much for you, Cucumber.
That's the line
weird,
for cucumber.
See, I came to terms with it last week.
Oh, all right.
I couldn't handle it last week, but now I'm like over that hill.
Yours isn't the sexy. That's not the issue they're having with you.
What's the issue?
I don't know. But it's not Corey. That's all. None of us are Corey. We can never be Corey.
You can never be Corey.
There's no way I'm Corey. There's no way I'm coming close to that impression.
Ooh, well, I'll eat it. And if it makes me grow larger, ooh, I can reach the key. And if it makes me grow smaller, ooh, I can creep under the door. So either way, I'll get into the garden, ooh. I don't care how much what happens. Ooh, which way? Which way, ooh?
She's holding her hand on the top of her head to feel which way she is growing.
Ooh, curiouser and curiouser, ooh.
She is so surprised, that she quite forgets to speak good English.
Ooh, now I'm opening out like the largest telescope there ever was. Ooh, goodbye, fish.
Go, 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 go. Ow!
Ouch! It's gonna sound like Christopher.
Her head strikes against the roof of the hall. She is now more than 9 feet high. She takes up the golden key and hurries off to the garden door.
What accent are we doing?
I'm Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, I see. Okay. Poor Alice. It was as much as she could do, lying down on one side, to look into the garden with one eye. But to get through the little door was more hopeless than ever. She sat down and began to cry again.
Terrifying.
Not what you hear. That's not what you want to hear tonight.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. A great big girl like you.
Ha! She might as well say this.
To go on crying this way. Stop this moment, I tell you.
But she went on just the same, shedding gallons of tears until there was a large puddle around her, about 4 inches deep and reaching halfway down the hall.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's weird.
Pretty sure that's a horror video game.
After a time, she heard a little pattering of feet in the distance, and she hastily dried her eyes as the white rabbit returned. This time, splendidly dressed with a pair of white kid gloves in one hand and a large fan in the other. He came trotting along in a great hurry, muttering to himself as he came.
Oh, the Duchess! Oh, won't she be savage if I keep her waiting?
Oh, if you please, sir.
Oh, my ears! Oh, my whiskers!
Oh, stop! You dropped your gloves and your fan.
Oh, my ears! Oh, my whiskers! It's me running.
And the white rabbit was gone. Alice took up the fan and gloves, and as the hall was very hot, she started to fan herself.
Gracious! I must be growing small again. I am. Now I'm only 2 feet high. I shall go out altogether. It must be the fan.
Alright, new group one is, the group is progressively turning into goats for the next 2 pages.
This is like Goat
Okay.
Boy from SNL.
Oh no.
3 more of that, so we'll come back to Rodney.
Okay.
Okay. Turning into goats. Okay.
Gradually.
Aggressively.
Oh! That was a narrow escape. If I hadn't dropped that fan, it would have been the end of me. But I'm small enough to get through the door.
And Alice finds herself up to her chin in salt water, swimming around the pool of tears. She had wept when she was 9 feet high.
This reminds me of Wicked.
Oh, I wish I hadn't cried so much. I shall be punished for it now. I suppose, but being drowned in my own tears. That will be a queer thing to be sure. However, everything is queer today.
Splash.
Splish. Splish.
Oh, what a fearful racket! It must be at least a walrus or a hippopotamus. Oh no, I've forgotten how small I've grown. It's only a mouse. But it is bigger than I am. Oh, mouse, do you know the way out of this pool? I'm very tired of swimming about here. Oh, mouse! Perhaps. It doesn't understand English. I dare say it's a French mouse. Come over with the William the Conqueror.
first sentence in Alice's French book translation. Where is my cat? The mouse doesn't like the reference in English or French.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I quite forgot you didn't like cats.
That's not how this works.
Not like cats. Well, would you like cats if you were me?
Hey,
Aaron Springhouse
raid.
presents. Thank you for the raid.
Welcome.
Thanks for the raid.
We're goats.
We're sorry. It's weird. Well, perhaps not. But I do wish I could show you our cat, Dinah. She's much a capital one for catching mice.
All right, and we are at Singing Lines as well.
And it was requested to do it in beat poetry style.
Nice. Oh, I do beg your pardon. We won't talk about her anymore if you'd rather not.
We're not goats
Full
anymore,
go.
right?
Now it's
Oh, but
never
now
paid.
it's now singing.
Now it's
Yeah,
not.
now-
Now we're singing. Now we're singing.
Indeed. As if I would talk on such a subject. Our family always hated cats. Nasty, low, vulgar things. Don't ever let me hear the name again.
I will indeed. I promise.
Well, very well then. Let us go to the show and I'll tell you my history and you'll understand why it is that I hate cats.
It was high time to go for the pool. It was quite shit. It was high time to go for
Quite shit.
Was getting quite crowded with the birds and animals that had fallen into it. There was a duck, a dodo, a lorry, and an eaglet, several other curious creatures there. Alice led the way, and the whole party swam ashore.
It's fucking music.
I know.
Boo.
Cut and paste. They are indeed a queer-looking party as they assemble on the bank. The birds with the drag of feathers, the animals with their fur clinging closely to them, and all dripping wet and cross and uncomfortable. The first question, of course, is how to get it dry again. And an argument ensues, which the dodo, who seems to be a person of some authority, finally ends. Quiet, all of you. If you really want to get dry, then the best way is caucus race.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What is a caucus race?
Why, the only way to explain it is to do it.
And as you might like to try that thing yourself some winter day, I will tell you how the dodo managed it. First, it marked out a race course in a sort of circle.
Though it said the exact shape didn't matter.
And then everybody was placed along the course. Here and there was 1, 2, 3, and away. But they again running when they liked and left off when they liked, so that it was not easy to know when the race was over. However, when they had been running half an hour or so, the dodo suddenly called out,
Are we supposed to do like beatnik poetry? Is that what they meant?
probably, I
Yeah,
don't know that.
but I don't know how
Yeah.
to do it, so I went.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Yeah.
meant.
All I know was snapping.
Yeah.
Which
We'll
I
do it on
can't
the
do.
next one. We'll get him on the next one.
Thank you, TKH328. So everyone has passed gas, but no one wants to admit it.
Got sound effects for that, right, Ryan?
Well, I mean, I got it if you guys want me to.
Yep.
I'm ready to go.
I just laid some trash.
The race is over.
But who won? Who has won?
Just a minute. Let me think. Everybody has won, and all must have prizes.
What? Prizes? But who is to give the prizes? Oh.
Why? She, of course.
Me?
Yes, you. Oh, I hate it.
Prizes! Oh god, my face fell apart.
Alice had no idea what to do. Ugh. And in despair, she put it in her hand and put her hand in her pocket and pulled out a box of candy. Oh god, yeah.
Luckily, the salt water had not gotten into it.
Yeah, and handed them around as prizes. There was exactly one piece all around.
But she must have had a prize herself, you know. Oh god.
Of course. What have you got in your pocket, little girl?
Only a thimble.
Hand it over here.
There.
Thank you. We beg your acceptance of this elegant thimble.
Oh, sorry, I thought you had some nightmarish cheers to play.
And now, while we eat our prizes.
I can't eat mine. It's a thimble. It's a condition.
You're lucky!
Thank you, Arsenal 2K. Next group accent is truckers on the CB.
And also, Brian got ooh for himself.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
I
says
saw
an
that.
individual.
Okay, just making sure.
Mine's too big.
You don't say.
Help! I'm choking.
Here, some of you, pat his back.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there, that's better.
Oh,
I can taste mine. Blech. It's too small.
I'm sorry. It's the best I could do.
I hate this.
Yeah. How much we love you guys in the chat.
is that 2 pages?
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost.
And I'm the one with the soundboard. And I'm enjoying this.
Promise? Promise what?
It's motivation.
To tell me your history and what you hate. You know what?
Oh, mine is a long and sad tale of woe is me.
I can see it's a long tail. Oh, mouse. But why is it sad?
You insult me by talking such nonsense.
Oh, I really,
Almost out of it.
I really meant nothing. But if you're so
Talk
easily,
faster.
but if you're so easily offended, you know.
Okay.
I'm afraid. I'm very much afraid that you are a waste of time.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I farted. Please come back and tell me your story.
We're done.
Insane.
Oh, we're done.
Done.
Now what's? Oh, yay! Prizes. What's the next? What's the next one?
Trucker on a sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Truckers? Okay. What a pity he wouldn't stay.
Come in, Duck. This is Alice. I wish it was Dinah over here. Soon fetch it back. Over and out.
Who is Dinah there, Alice? If I may venture to ask a question. Copy 10-4.
I copy you, Duck. Dinah's our little kitty cat. And she's capital one for catching mice. And oh, I wish you could see her after all the birds. Over and out.
And out every time.
Why, she's so fast she'd eat a little bird as soon as she could look at it. And oh, sorry about that, Dougie. I wish I hadn't mentioned Dinah. Nobody seems to like her down here. I'm sure she's the best cat in the world. Everybody seems to travel with dogs. Oh, my poor Dinah. I wish if I should ever tell you more. There's no sort of crying about it in trucking. I shall never get out here unless I set about growing to my right size again. But the great question is, Ducky, how? Over?
Suddenly, blonde-haired blue-eyed noticed a long mushroom growing near, about the same height as herself. And on top of it, a large blue caterpillar was sitting with his arms folded, quickly smoking a long hookah. The caterpillar took his languid time about nothing, Alice.
Oh, who are you?
Hardly know, sir, but I believe this is Alice's call sign just at present. At least I know who I was when I got up this morning. I had some coffee.
What do you mean by that? Explain yourself.
I can't explain myself, I'm afraid, sir, because I'm not myself, you see?
I don't see. 10-4.
10-4. I'm afraid I can't put it more clearly, for I can't understand it myself to begin with, and being so many different sizes in a day is very plumb confusing.
It isn't. Over.
If you changed as much as I have today, you'd feel a little queer too. Over and out.
You? Well, who are you?
Just go ahead and skip those lines.
Those don't matter.
Right. Let's skip like not a bit.
I think you missed your on-ramp.
Backing up. Not a bit.
Glad you got it all settled there, Caterpillar. Well, perhaps your feelings are different, but it feels very queer to me. Over.
Blue Eyes, thank you for the directions. You? Well, who are you?
Caterpillar, I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Why?
Was that two?
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was two. That was two.
That was two? Okay. Oh! I'm afraid we're not getting anywhere at all.
Come back here! I have something important to say.
Well, what is it?
Keep your temper.
Oh, is that all?
Yes, good day to you, my dear.
But...
One side will make you grow taller. The other side will make you go shorter.
One side of what? The other side of what?
The mushroom. The mushroom.
Now, how can he tell which are the two sides of the mushroom when it's perfectly round? Oh, maybe if I stretch my arms around as far as they can go and break off a bit of the edges with each hand. There! Now, which is which? I guess I'll try the right-hand piece first. Oh, I'm getting smaller so quick. My chin hit my foot. I have to eat some of the left-hand piece right away. Oh, but it's so hard to get my mouth open. There. Oh, come, my head's free at last.
As she grew larger, she saw, across the table of the mushroom, a little house about 4 feet high.
I can never visit that lovely place if I grow to my... What? I can never visit that lovely place if I grow to my full size, so I'd better stop here.
Ooh, she is nibbling a little high on the right-hand piece. Now, a quick nibble on the left-hand piece. Ooh. Ooh, she is now establishing at least 9 inches. Ooh.
As she approached the house, a fish, dressed in a footman's livery, came running out of the woods and rapped loudly on the door. It was opened by another footman in livery, who was really a frog. Alice crept behind a bush to listen as the fish footman presented a great letter nearly as large as himself.
For the Duchess, an invitation from the Queen to play croquet.
From the Queen, an invitation for the Duchess to play croquet.
They both bowed, and the curls of their white wigs got entangled together. Alice laughed so much at this that she had to run back into the woods for fear of their hearing her. And when she peeped out, the fish footman was gone, and the frog footman was sitting on the ground near the door, staring stupidly up to the sky. Alice went up to the door and knocked.
Really? There's no sort of use in knocking? Really? And that for 2 reasons? Really? First, because I'm on the same side of the door as you are? Really? And second, because they're making so much noise inside that no one could possibly hear you.
You got a lot more lines.
I regret everything.
Oh, please. Then how am I to get in?
I had a me in my throat. There might be some sense in your knocking if we had the door between us. For instance, if you were inside, you might knock. And I might let you out, you know.
But how am I to get in?
I shall sit here till tomorrow. Or the next day, maybe.
How am I to get in?
We'll start that at the next top of the page, TKH.
Nice.
I shall sit here. Are you to get in at all? That's the first question, you know.
It's really dreadful the way all you creatures argue. Get off stage. It's enough to drive one crazy.
I shall sit here on and off for. Yeah, I know. I'm in my light for days and days.
No bear show. No bear show.
Shit.
Say your line.
But what have I do?
Anything you like. L2. Fuck.
Yeah.
L2.
Frog is faulted.
Picnic in the park.
Picnic in the park.
Picnic in the park.
Then I'll go in anyway. I said I'll go in anyway.
The house is moving. The house is moving.
Oh shit! I thought it was an open show.
Let go of the door handle.
Jacob, is Jacob here? Jacob.
This must be a playhouse business.
Oh no, got him good, Gilbert.
The door leads into the large kitchen. It's full of smoke. The Duchess.
Smoke machine.
I don't know where the smoke is. I don't have it. The Duchess is sitting on a 3-legged stool, nursing a baby. The cook is stirring a large cauldron of soup.
Cauldron of soup.
She throws
Go.
pepper into it. Huh?
Pepper. Where's the pepper?
Pepper.
She throws the pepper into it and by the
Go.
shaker full. A large cat is lying on the hearth, grinning from ear to ear. He doesn't sneeze.
Where's the cat? Where's the cat?
No, I don't have the cat. You didn't tell me to bring the cat. Neither does the cook, but everyone else does.
No noise in the wings.
Please, would you tell me why your cat... Wake up! Get up, cat! Get up! Get up!
You're being watched.
Why your cat grins like that?
It's a Cheshire cat, that's why. Pig!
5 minutes pig, 5 minutes.
Were you speaking to me? What's wrong with my wig?
No, it's fine.
No, get the handheld, get the handheld.
I was speaking to this brat.
Oh, man.
Oh.
It's borderline offensive.
Take that!
What's the climb?
Oh, be careful. Ow, that hurt. Got me. Ow. What are you throwing the pots and pans at the baby for?
You baby.
That's what happens every afternoon at 4 o'clock.
Casey says.
Oh, please. Mind what you're throwing. Cook, be careful. Don't. Oh, there goes his precious little nose.
Stephanie fell in the pit. She's in the pit. She's falling on the floor in the pit.
Speak roughly to your little boy.
Ready,
and
suck.
beat him when he sneezes. He only does it to annoy. Because he knows it teases. Wow!
Could somebody please help Kelsey with her stool?
Here, you may nurse it a bit if you like. Go ahead, catch.
No tossing props backstage, please.
And scene on the stage manager.
So many jokes.
Did we have another one come in?
Bears on fire? Bears on fire.
A bear's on fire? Was that real?
He was smoking once.
Oh, yeah.
No.
His head was smoking.
Can somebody get another Jake? Can you get another Jake?
Bill, are you okay? Stop, drop, and roll, Bill. Please, I nearly dropped it.
I
Hold on a
must
second.
go and get ready to play croquet with the queen.
Lady Turnham, I was just kidding. I'm not offended.
Pick that, you toad! Missed you again!
If I don't take this child away with me, they're sure to kill it in a day or two. It would be really committing murder to leave it behind. Oh, don't squeal, my dear. That's not at all proper way of expressing yourself. If you're going to turn into a pig, my dear, I'll have nothing more to do with you. Mind now. Now, what am I going to do when I get this creature home? Oh, I guess you'll be taking you home. You'll be happier out in the woods. Run on.
God.
Yeah, geez. Somebody called for Frank Welker? What the hell?
Oh no.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Jeez.
If it had grown up, it would have made a dreadfully ugly child, but it makes a rather handsome pig, I think.
Kind of your
And
skydiving
she
now.
forget. And she began thinking over other children she knew who might do very well as pigs, when she was a little startled to see the Cheshire Cat sitting in the bough of a tree a few yards off.
Thank you, Michi.
All right.
Top of the next page.
Yeah, top of next page.
Okay.
Hello, Cheshire Puss.
Ah.
Would you please allow to tell me which way I ought to go from here? Ooh. I don't care where.
Someone's never been skydiving before, and it shows.
She doesn't have a wind machine. What sort of people live around here?
Are we self-aware?
Yeah, so now the group is becoming increasingly self-aware that they are just characters in a play.
That direction lives a hatter, or is it a Brian? That direction it lives a March hare, or is it a cucumber? Visit either. Both are mad. That's true.
Oh, but I don't want to go where among mad people. Although there are a lot of people over there.
Oh, you can't help that. We're all mad here. Seriously, I'm mad. You're mad.
How do you know I'm mad? Is it written somewhere?
You must be. If you're here, you wouldn't have come here. Do you play croquet with the queen today or any other day?
I should like it very much, but I haven't been invited yet.
Oh, you'll see me there. Meow.
Well, he's disappeared into thin air. No, they're lowering him from the rafters. Here he comes back.
Meow! Oh, by the by, oh God, these straps hurt. But what became of the baby or the cucumber pig? I nearly forgot to ask.
Oh, Cucumber turned into a pig.
Whoa!
You know,
What was that?
Self-aware. What the
you know, I always
Oh,
thought
just
you
giving a
would.
show or something.
Yeah.
Following
Increasingly
you.
aware.
Damnedest thing.
Like a snowball.
Very pale.
Man bear pig, that's what it was. I always thought he would. Meow.
I wonder if he's disappeared for good now. I don't think I actually have an accent. Well, shall I go to visit? I've seen hatters before, so I imagine the March hare will be the most interesting, and since this is May, it won't be raving mad. At least not so much as it was in March. Can you hear me, Grandma?
Meow! Did you say pig or did you say cucumber? I didn't hear your line, sorry.
My line was, I said pig.
Okay. Meow.
This time it vanished quite slowly, beginning with the end of the tail and ending with a grin, which reminded some time after the rest of it had gone.
Yeah.
And so ends the first half of the Columbia Workshop dramatization of Alice in Wonderland.
track.
And coming up next is the workshop. We'll present the second half of this immortal classic. Alice's visit to the Mad Tea Party, the Queen's Croquet game, Cucumber's story, and the Lobster Quadrille, and the exciting climax of all Wonderland attends the trial to determine who stole the tots.
All right. All right, everybody. So a brief intermission. So everybody, if you didn't know already, we're in the middle of our partner push for our channel here on Twitch. We're trying to get an average viewership of 75 or above. Actually, we're aiming for the moon. Because the more we have, the more we can trust those numbers. So we appreciate all of you coming here and bringing here. But if you can, tell your friends, invite a bunch of folks, do whatever you like. But we really, really appreciate the support. We're gonna keep on pushing through the month, and hopefully we get that check mark by the end of the month. So thank you all very much.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys being here. We still do need more people here. If you guys can tell your friends, tell your family, and the people are gonna come and have a fun night. Like we're hitting now at 69 viewers. We have to hit at least 75 average viewers, but we want to hit like a little higher, like Cucumber said. But
Go turn it on your PC.
You already know.
Yeah, go turn on your PlayStation. Just make sure you don't mute your browser. Or no, you don't mute Twitch, but you mute your browser.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna lurk, you don't mute Twitch because it won't count. Yeah, and if any of this is worth like at least $1 to you guys, make sure you guys check out our Patreon. It's at patreon.com/Perception Studio. We got some rewards there for you, including pins.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we'll be starting up singing next time.
Oh, part 2.
Really? Oh, thanks, guys.
We're singing?
Already,
Oh, boy.
yeah.
All right. Part 2.
Hey, Raptor.
Hi, Raptor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's you.
The Columbia Workshop, under the direction of William and Robson, presents Alice in Wonderland. The workshop now offers the second part of its experimental version of Lewis Carroll's immortal classic, Alice Adventures in Wonderland, with a special musical score composed by Litz Stevenson and Paul Serret. Workshop wishes you the many thanks to the listeners who have expressed their valuable reactions to the first half of this broadcast. Your criticisms and comments upon tonight's production will be equally valued. The Columbia Workshop presents part 2 of Alice in Wonderland.
It all started with Alice's curiosity about a white rabbit who hopped by as she and her sister sat by the bank of a stream.
Oh dear, I shall be late.
Before she knew it, Alice was falling down what seemed to be a deep well, at the bottom of which, among other curious creatures, she met a mouse.
Mine is a long and sad tale. Oh, woe is me.
And a caterpillar
Oh, keep your temper.
outside a little house in the middle of a wood, she encountered a frog dressed in the livery of a footman.
I shall sit here on the handle of the 4 days and the days.
And inside the little house, a sneezing baby, a cooking a very ugly duchess.
Welcome, Raiders.
Speak roughly to your little boy and beat him when he sneezes. Achoo!
She had rescued the sneezing baby from the fury of the cook, only to have the baby turn into a pig. And a moment later, a Cheshire cat had faded into existence, on a limb above her, yeah.
Meow, that direction lives a hatter, that direction lives a hare. Either visit, both are mad. Meow.
That's 2 pages.
She had gotten shit. She had much further before. She came upon the house of the March Hare. I don't know why we went there.
We still singing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2 pages already.
No, I thought that was
2 pages.
1.
Oh, it was.
No, it's
Oh,
2.
JK.
It's 2, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, it was 2.
Okay.
Oh, extra.
She's sure it's the right house because chimneys are shaped like ears and the roof is thatched with fur.
There was a table set out under the tree in front of the house, and the March Hare and the Hatter were having tea at it.
A dormouse is sitting between them, fast asleep. The March Hare and the Hatter are using him as a cushion, resting their elbows on him. They aren't at all anxious to have Alice's company.
No room!
No room!
No room!
No room!
No room!
No room!
There's plenty of room, and I'm going to sit down. There.
Have some wine!
I don't see any wine, March Hare.
There isn't any.
Well, then it isn't very civil of you to offer it.
It wasn't very civil of you to sit down without being invited.
I didn't know it was your table. It's laid for a great many more than 3.
Your hair wants cutting!
Oh, you should learn not to make personal remarks, Hatter. It's very rude.
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
I'm glad you're going to ask riddles. That would be fun. But I believe I can guess that one.
Do you mean to think that you can find out the answer to it?
Exactly so.
Then you should say what you mean.
I do. At least I mean what to say. That's the same thing, you know.
Not the same thing a bit. Why, you might just as well say that I see what I eat is the same thing as I eat what I see.
You might as well just say, say that I like what I get is the same thing as I get what I like.
You might as well just say that I breathe when I sleep. It's the same thing as I sleep when I breathe.
It is the same thing for you, Dormouse.
Oh, I must answer that riddle before they forget it. Now let me see. Why is a raven like a writing desk? A raven, writing, desk, raven, written.
What day of the month is it?
The 4th.
Oh, this watch is 2 days wrong. I told you butter wouldn't suit the works.
It was the very best butter.
Yes, but some crumbs must have got in it as well. You shouldn't have put the... You shouldn't have put it in with the bread knife.
But it was the best butter. Let me dip it in the tea. It might wash the crumbs out.
Clink, 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 clink.
Oh, what a funny watch. It tells the day of the month and doesn't tell what o'clock it is.
Why should it? Does your watch tell you what year it is?
Of course not. But that's because it stays the same year for such a long time. Together.
Which is just the case with mine.
I don't quite understand you.
Oh, the dormouse is asleep again.
No, I heard everything you fellas said.
Everyone is Mad Hatter. Brian's Mad Hatter.
Started
Top
at
of next page.
Oh boy.
This should be easy.
Have you guessed the riddle yet?
No, I give up. What's the answer?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Nor I.
I think you might do something better with your time than wasting it and asking riddles that have no answers.
Aha! If you knew time as well as I do, you wouldn't talk about wasting it. It's him.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you don't. I dare say you never even spoke to time.
Perhaps not, but I know I have to beat time when I learn music.
Ah, that accounts for it. He won't stand beating. I know. He and I quarreled last March, just before he, the March Hare, went mad, you know. It was the great concert given by the Queen of Hearts, and I had to sing. Music? Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder where you're at. You know the song, perhaps?
I've heard something like it.
It goes on, you know, in this way. Up above the world you fly, like a tea tray in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat.
Twinkle, twinkle, little twinkle.
Oh, be quiet, dormouse.
Ouch! You stop pinching me.
Well, I'd hardly finished the first verse when the queen bawled out, "He's murdering the time! Off with his head!"
How dreadfully savage!
And ever since that, he won't do a thing I ask. Oh, it's always 6 o'clock now.
Is that the reason so many tea things are put out here?
Yes, that's it. It's always tea time, and we've no time to wash the things between the whiles.
Then you keep moving round, I suppose, from one seat to the next?
Exactly. So, as the things get used up.
But what always happens when you come to the beginning again?
Oh, take some more tea.
I've had nothing yet, so I can't take more.
You mean you can't take less? It's very easy to take more than nothing.
Well, nobody asked your opinion.
Who's making personal remarks now?
Oh, you!
I want a clean cup. Let's move up one place.
But then you're only the one who gets a clean place, and I have to sit where the March Hare sat, and he's upset the milk jug into his plate.
We move only one seat over.
And if you don't like that,
You don't have to drink the tea you haven't yet had.
This piece of rudeness was more than Alice could bear. She got up in great disgust and walked off. The dormouse fell asleep instantly, and neither of the others took the least notice of her going.
For they are now trying to shove the dormouse into the teapot.
Ow!
As Alice wandered through the wood, she came suddenly upon a tree with a little door leading right into it. She was not in the least surprised, for she had come to expect anything in Wonderland. So she quickly opened the door and entered, to find herself at last among the bright flower beds and the cool fountains of a beautiful garden.
The one she had first seen through the little door in the hall.
She had scarcely time to look about her when she heard the sounds of a procession approaching. It was the royal entourage of the King and Queen of Hearts, accompanied by their guests, the kings and queens of diamonds, spades, and clubs, with their soldiers and courtiers.
Ba, 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 ba.
When the procession came up opposite to Alice, it stopped. It stopped. And everybody looked at her as the Queen of Hearts spoke.
Who is this? How did she get in here? Speak, child. What's your name?
My name is Alice, so please, Your Majesty.
Alice?
Oh, well, just no.
Oh, yeah. What a fucking frog and stuff.
Why, they're only a pack of cards, after all. I needn't be afraid of them.
She has no business being Alice. Off with her head! Off with her!
Nonsense!
Consider, my dear, she's only a child.
She has a head, King.
Oh, but my dear consort,
Mind your own.
Yes, my dear.
On with the procession. For the present, child, you may keep your head.
That's dreadfully kind of you.
The procession continued to the fountains in the center of the garden, while Alice looked about her, vainly, for some way of escape. But the Queen kept constantly by her side.
Have you seen the mock turtle yet?
No, I don't even know what a mock turtle is.
It's the thing mock turtle soup is made from.
I never saw one, or heard of one.
Now come on then, he shall tell you his story.
After a little walk, the Queen and Alice came upon a griffin lying fast asleep in the sun.
If you don't know what a griffin is, there's very little use in telling you, for you wouldn't believe it.
Griffon.
For you wouldn't believe it anyway. He's sort of a half lion, a half eagle, a half... I knew you wouldn't believe it.
Up, lazy thing, and take this young lady to see the mock turtle and hear his story. I must go back and see after some excursions I have ordered.
What fun!
What is the fun?
Hold on. Cooking. Okay. Was she all this fancy that she never execute anybody, you know? Come on.
They had not gone far before they saw the mock turtle in the distance, sitting sad and lonely on a ledge of rock. As they came near, Alice could hear him sighing as if his heart would break. She pitied him deeply.
Oh, what is his sorrow?
It's all this fancy that he's got no sorrow, you know. There's the young lady. She wants to know your history. She do.
I'll tell her. Sit down, both of you, and don't speak a word till I've finished. Oh.
I don't see how he can ever finish if he doesn't begin.
Once, I was a real turtle. When we were little, we went to school of the sea. The master was an old turtle. We used to call him Tortoise.
And why did you call him Tortoise if he was a turtle?
We called him Tortoise because he taught us. Really, you're very dull. Oh!
You ought to be ashamed of yourself for asking such a simple question. Drive under, fellow. Don't be all day about it.
Yes, we went to school in the sea, though you mayn't believe it.
I never said I didn't.
You did!
Hold your tongue, little girl.
Yeah, we had the best of educations. In fact, we went to school every day.
I've been to day school, too. What did you study?
Reeling and writhing, of course, to begin with, and then the different branches of arithmetic ambition, distraction, uglification, and derision.
And what else had you to learn?
Well, there was mystery. Mystery, ancient and modern, with seography. Then drawling. The drawling master was an old conger eel that used to come once a week. He taught us drawling, stretching, and fainting in coils.
What is that like?
Well, I can't show it to you myself. I'm too stiff, and the griffin never learned it.
And time, I went to the classical master, though. He was an old crab, he was.
Oh, I never went to him. He taught laughing and grief, they used to say.
So he did.
And how many hours a day did you do your lessons?
10 hours the first day, 9 the next, and so on.
What a curious plan.
If so, you just showed up to the show. This is not really how I talk. I'm not Cookie Monster.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes, I
That is
know.
the reason they're called lessons, because they lesson from day to day.
Then the 11th day must have been a holiday.
Of course it was.
And how did you manage on the 12th?
That's enough about lessons. Tell her something about the games now.
Oh, must I really?
Yes, you must.
Oh, all right. You may not have lived much under the sea.
Oh, I haven't.
And perhaps you were never even introduced to a lobster.
Oh, I once tasted. No, never.
So you can have no idea what a delightful thing a lobster quadrille is.
No, indeed. What sort of dance is it?
Just shaking her at us.
Why, you first form into a line along the seashore.
2 lines. Seals, turtles, salmon, and so on. Then when you've cleared all the jellyfish out of the way,
That generally takes some time.
you advance twice.
Each lobster has a partner.
Of course, advance twice, set to partners.
Change lobsters and retire in the same order.
Then, you throw
The lobsters.
as far out into the sea as you can.
Swim after them.
Turn a somersault in the sea.
Change lobsters again.
Then back to land again. And, that's all there is to the first figure.
It must be a very pretty dance.
Yeah.
The follow.
Would you like to
follow.
Thanks for the follow. Would you like to see a little of it?
Oh, very much indeed.
Oh, come on. Let's try the first figure, Griffin. We could do it without the lobsters, you know. Which shall we sing?
You sing. I've forgotten the words.
So they began solemnly dancing around and round Alice, every now and then treading on her toes when they passed too close, and waving their forepaws to mark the time, while the mock turtles sang.
I love this.
Will you walk a little faster? What there's no purpose close behind us, and he's ready
Thanks for the follow, Silver.
So I've never heard it before. Why do you have the recording of my lines?
Someone did their homework. Good
That was
job,
my
Ryan.
stunt double.
Sing double.
thank you. It's a very interesting dance to watch, and I do so like that curious song about the whiting. But if I had been he, I'd have said to the porpoise, "Keep back, please. We don't want you with us."
They were obligated to have him with them. No wise fish would go anywhere without a porpoise. Of course not. Why, if a fish came to me and he told me he was going on a journey, I should say, with what purpose?
Must your own joke up.
Don't you mean purpose?
I mean what I say.
Shall we tie another figure of the lost lobster quadrille? Or would you like to go to the mock turtle to sing you another song?
Yeah, Ryan.
I have it.
Oh, no.
A song, please, if the mock turtle would be so kind.
No cutting for tastes. Sing her the turtle soup, will you, old fellow?
Beautiful soup, so rich and green, waiting in a hot tureen. Oh, for such dainties fading out.
Come on, it's time to go to the trial.
What trial?
Come on, come on.
Oh.
And the Griffon grabbed Alice by the hand and hurried her off without waiting for the end of the Mock Turtle song. By the time Alice and the Griffon had arrived at the courtroom, a great crowd had assembled there. All sorts of little birds and beasts, as well as the whole pack of cards. The knave stood before the court in chains. The White Rabbit, dressed in the livery of a herald, was near the throne where the King and Queen of Hearts were sitting.
The king is also the judge, by the way, and as he is wearing his crown over his wig, he does not look at all comfortable, and it certainly isn't becoming.
In the very middle of the court on a table was a large dish of tarts. It made Alice hungry to look at them.
Oh,
Who's Alice talking to? Who's Alice talking to?
Griffon, I wish they'd get the trial done and hand round the refreshments.
No chance of that. Damn tart is what the trial's all about. I'm committed.
Is that your voice now?
Yeah, it is for the
Has it
Griffon.
been
Yeah, I know, it's for the Griffon.
Oh.
I'm committed.
Ah.
I'm in.
Nice.
What are the jurors writing on their slates for? They can't have anything to put down yet before the trial's begun.
They're writing down the names for fear they shall forget them before the end of the trial.
Stupid things.
Whoa.
Stupid things.
Why, they're all writing stupid things on their slates, and look, several of them can't spell it correctly.
Oh, such a quiet trumpet.
Yeah.
What's
this one?
Silence in the court! Brian realized that he forgot to take his birth control pill the day before the test.
The day before last,
Not
not
the day before
the-
last.
The day before
The day
last.
before the test. They test for that now?
Silence in the court! I forgot my red.
Murmuring, subsiding.
Harold, read the accusations.
The Queen of Hearts, she has made some tarts on a summer's day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts and took them quite away.
Yes. Consider your verdict, jury.
No. Not yet, Your Majesty. There's a great deal to come before that.
Oh, all right then. Call the first witness.
Tiny trumpets. First witness, the Hatter, sometimes called Mad.
I beg your pardon, Majesty. I think I forgot something. for bringing my tea and bread and butter with me. But I hadn't quite finished what I was sent for. Yeah.
Well, you ought to have finished. When did you begin?
The 14th of March, I think it was.
15th.
16.
Oh, write that down.
14th, 15th, 16th.
The jury is writing down all the 3 dates on their slates. Now they add them up. Damn it, I realized I'm late. And now they're reducing the answer to the shillings and pence. Only all the answers are different.
You can't have a baby right now.
It's too late.
Just at this moment, Alice felt a very curious sensation which she recognized at once. She was beginning to grow again. She decided, however, to remain in the courtroom as long as there was room for her. However, the dormouse, who was sitting next to her, objected at once.
I wish you wouldn't squeeze so. I can hardly breathe.
I can't help it. I'm growing.
You've got no right to grow here.
Oh, don't talk nonsense. You're growing too.
Yes, but I grow at a reasonable rate. Not in that ridiculous fashion.
The Hatter is so nervous under the gaze of the Queen that he shakes himself out of both of his shoes. And in his confusion... No. Oh, shit. And in his confusion, he bites out a large piece of his teacup instead of his bread and butter. I'm a poor man, Your Majesty. Yeah.
You're a very poor speaker, so I may as well have you executed on the spot.
So we did get a thank you for the donation, Milkshake Boy, for the $20 tip. An Italian mom, like from Jersey or Brooklyn.
Wouldn't that mean
That's
she's
for
from
everybody.
Jersey or Brooklyn?
Brooklyn chicken.
What?
Yeah. Nothing.
What's that
Jersey?
Joyzy.
Joyzy. Okay, got it. Joyzy.
So apologies to anyone from either of these places in the chat.
All mothers in general,
Yeah,
particularly the Italian ones.
Are we starting that now?
Yeah.
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 Okay. I'd rather finish my tea.
Yeah, your tea. In that case, you may go.
Oh, yes, Your Majesty. I'm going.
and just to take his head off outside.
Yeah, his head. Call the next witness.
Oh, ice! Spicy meat.
What, me?
I didn't know. Yes, are you?
Brooklyn or Jersey?
Italian mom.
It's Italian.
Oh
Probably
He's just
ancestrally if they're from Jersey.
First generation.
Brooklyn. From.
Moved to the 106.
Well, what do you know about this business, eh?
I don't know nothing.
Nothing, whatever?
Nothing whatsoever. Mm-mm.
Oh, well, that's very important.
Rabbit?
Oh, I got dizzy. Important, Your Majesty means? Of course.
Important, of course, I meant.
I'm trying real hard.
Important, unimportant.
Yeah, murmur.
The socks over here in Brooklyn or something.
Some of the jury rights important and some unimportant, but it really doesn't matter.
Shut up! I read from the rule book. Rule 42, all persons more than a mile high will leave the court.
I am not a mile high.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, nearly 2 miles high.
See?
Well, I ain't going. At any rate, besides you guys, that's not a regular rule. You invented it just now.
Oh, it's the oldest rule in the book.
Then it ought to be number 1, don't you think?
I know. There's some more evidence yet to come. Please, Your Majesty.
Yikes.
Consider your verdict.
There we go.
And that's a donation for Cucumber, someone who gave up the letter T for Lent.
Yes.
I'm done, right?
So just Lent?
I'm done, right? I'm done?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, even though you wanted to finish quickly, that's fine. That's fine.
This paper
I
has
have
been
one
picked-
line left if you want to give that to somebody else.
Oh, no.
I'm going to give you the opportunity, or I can do it the next time I'm here.
This paper has just been picked up.
Whoa, what's in it?
I haven't opened it yet, but it seems to be a letter written by a prisoner to somebody. Oh, that's a free Grover.
Well, it must have been. It must have been that, unless it was written to nobody, which isn't at all usual, you know. Who's it directed to?
It isn't directed at all. In fact, there's nothing written on the outside. It isn't a letter after all. It's a set of verses. Thanks for the follow.
Are they in the prisoner's handwriting?
No.
Oh, he must have intimidated somebody else's hand. Yeah, shucks, doesn't it? Take that, Chunk.
Chunk has skipped like 4 of Justin's lines. That's why he's
I'm
triggered.
sorry.
Sitting on that one for a while.
Yeah, he was waiting.
Are we done with the Joycey?
Yeah.
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 Good.
All right. That proves his guilt. Off with his head.
Yes.
It doesn't prove anything of the sort. Why, you don't even know what the verses are about. About.
Oh, read them.
Where shall I begin? Please, Your Majesty.
Begin anywhere, and stop, when you like.
Tiny trumpets? Okay. They told me
Why is
you
the
had
trumpet
been
so
to her and mentioned me to him. She gave me some good character, but said I could not swim. She sent them word I had not gone. We know it to be true. If she should push the matter on, what we become of you?
Nope.
I give her 1, they gave him 2. You give us 3 or more. They all return from him to you, though they were mine before. Or if I or she should chance to be involved in this affair, he trusts you to set them free, exactly as you were. We were.
Nope.
My notion was that you had been, before she had this fit, an obstacle that came between him, ourselves, and it.
Oh.
Do not let him know she liked him best, for this must ever be a secret kept from all the rest, between yourself and me. Ha! I think that's enough, Your Majesty. I did pretty good.
Well, that's the most important piece of evidence we've heard yet. Now let the jury consider.
I don't believe there's an atom of meaning in it.
Well, if there's no meaning in it, Alice, then that saves a world of trouble, you know, as we needn't try to find any. And yet, I don't know. I seem to find some meaning here. Said I could not swim. You can't swim, can you, Knave?
Do I look like it?
He certainly doesn't, being made entirely of cardboard.
Well, all right, so far. Now continue. We know it to be true, that's the jury, of course, if she should push the matter on, oh, that must be the queen, what would become of you? Yes! What indeed? I gave her 1, they gave him 2. Why, that must be what he did with the tarts, you know.
But it goes on. They all returned from him to you.
Oh, well. Well, there they are.
And so they are. The tarts are on the table.
Nothing can be clearer than that, huh? No. Then again, before she had this fit... You never had fits, did you, my dear consort?
Never! Off with anybody's head!
Then the words don't fit you. That's a pun. Thank you. Well, let the jury consider the verdict.
No! Sentence first, verdict afterwards.
Stuff and nonsense! The idea of having the sentence first.
Hold your tongue.
I won't!
Off with her head!
But nobody moves, for Alice, who is now her full size and much too large for them to try to do anything about it, stands up, dumping the jury box and its occupants onto the courtroom floor.
Who cares for you? You're nothing but a pack of cards.
Gilder!
At this, the whole pack rose up into the air and came flying down upon her. She gave little screams, half of fright, half of anger, and tried to beat them off.
Excuse me?
Okay. Then she found herself lying on the bank with her head in the lap of her sister, who was gently brushing away some dead leaves that had fluttered down from the trees upon her face.
Wake up, Alice dear. Why, what a long sleep you've had.
Oh, sister, I've had such a curious dream. All about a white rabbit, and a mock turtle, and a mad hatter, and the Queen of Hearts, and a whole pack of cards.
And so ends the Columbia's workshop dramatization of Alice in Wonderland. Alice was played by Haley Chafers. William N. Robson adapted and directed this production. Les Stevenson and Paul Serrett wrote the original music score, and Mr. Stevenson conducted the orchestra, also known as Ryan. Tune in next week, the same time, for another workshop presentation under the direction of Irvin Rice. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System. Not
We did it! We did it!
We did it!
It's over!
Yay!
Oh, man,
Thanks,
that was
everybody.
exhausting.
Yeah!
That was a lot of work.
That was a lot of work.
Woo!
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Yeah, they had a lot of
Yeah.
accents.
Oh, they did have a lot of accents.
We made a good numbers today. It picked up after I complained for some reason. I was like, you guys,
that's weird how that worked.
Boom, you guys came through. It's like you called every family member and friend. You were like, you gotta come now, 'cause Chunk said so, and you did. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
You should complain more
Hey,
often.
Member Tillip. Hi, Member Tillip.
Hello.
We'll be back next week. Make sure you guys keep track of our schedule. We'll be posting again on Sunday morning, and then we'll be doing this all over again next week. And
Okay.
if any of this is worth $1 to you, please join our Patreon. Patreon is at patreon.com/Perception Studio. At level tier. At tier 3, you get a free pin and a new pin every 3 months after your membership.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
and if you look over here on my this side, there is our Patreon producers.
This side?
Oh, yeah.
This side?
It's always coming.
Over here?
1 second.
Yeah, I start talking about Patreon. I hope Brian catches up, but he
No.
No, he didn't. You gotta
No,
spell it out.
he
for him.
no.
he gets
Where's it gonna be?
I try to
dare
cue
you.
him. I try to
Where's
cue
it
him, but he
showing
doesn't
up?
get it. Oh, there we go.
There they
And
are.
there you go. Our heartfelt gratitude to our Patreon producers with an S.
Why is there still no S?
Option Delete and Liam Huddlemeyer. Thank you so much for being our producers for our shows. We appreciate it. And we also have Angela Merrill and Beard and the Batman and Brittany
No, I know
Stratford
those
as
names.
our members, and Cactuar and Cap Charisma and Chevio and Frank Kaiser.
What?
And
What?
Start it over again.
Fuck.
Yeah, we need to do it.
All right, hold on.
Finally.
I'm gonna be ready for this one. All right,
You got it, Cucumber? You got
Cucumber, do it.
Who'd you leave off on?
Oh, not yet.
Chevio.
Chevio.
Almost.
Derek Parker, Jessica Gillespie, Jordan Smith, Corey Amber, Logan Gilbert, M. Jason O'Dowd, Manly Mutt, Mezzy Monty, Michi909, OCD123, Paul Hubbard, Rusty Tooth, Tam, Tim Houlihan, Wolver Connie. Hey, she's right there. Heather Camarada, Jason Bischoff, Jason Coleman, Kelly Houston, Kerry Arkwell, Rocket43, Winston.exe, greetings, program, and thank you, everybody.
Nice.
Yay.
You went faster than you should have. You had
Thank
time.
you. We have
I know,
another
that was
few
like
more
speed
weeks
round.
of this Patreon push. Probably another 3
Partner
weeks or
push
4
for
weeks.
Twitch.
Yeah, for Twitch.
Partner.
Partner push. What did I say?
Patreon push.
Patreon.
Oh, partner push for Twitch.
Listen, we're hawking a lot of shit.
Yeah. Yes. So make sure you guys keep coming. Keep telling your friends. Tell people on Twitter, on Instagram, and Facebook to join us, because there's a lot of people who don't know about us, surprisingly. And they're like, everybody's all like, oh, look.
These guys are amazing.
Yeah. So we will see you next week. Thank you, friends.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
See ya. See ya later.
We're gonna raid Catherine Lynn. Ooh,
ready,
Catherine
Rating.
Lynn. Ooh, Catherine Lynn.
Get those woo-woos ready.